and welcome back to another episode of the Deloitte Women's Premier League magazine show. I'm Ashashin from Futbolita, and once again today I'm joined by two more wonderful guests, Raudha Khamis from Tiong Bahru FC as well as Nurul Haziqah from Tanjong Pagar. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining me this wonderful morning. And of course, this show is all about the Women's Premier League here in Singapore. And you can catch all the action on this Facebook page, including highlights, photos, and of course, write-ups about our Women's Premier League on the SG Women's Football website. Now, of course, in the coming weeks, we're going to be having some giveaways and also competitions for you guys to participate. But for now, let's get to know our ladies a bit better. So firstly, welcome to the show. Can I start with you, Raudha? How have you been enjoying the Women's Premier League season so far?
It has been very interesting with the teams that we have in the WPL. A lot of really good competitions, and yeah, I think it's a very interesting game so far. Yeah.
And Haziqah, for yourself, Tanjong Pagar are doing pretty well right now, in the league. So how did you get started, and maybe you can share with me, are you enjoying the season so far as well?
Okay, so I started actually, I'm a basketballer.
Wow.
Then I joined my brother's academy, grassroots. So when I saw him play keeper, I'm like, should I try it? I tried. Then after a while, my father brought us, trained us. So then I started off liking that position. Then and now, actually liking this position all the way to now.
Wow.
Yeah. Then so it's really fun, diving around, flying around.
Okay, yeah. Because I asked because we had a couple of keepers on the show before. We had Wati, we had Hazel as well, and the goalkeeper position is not exactly the easiest, right?
Yeah, true.
But how is it like for you? Your training schedule and everything.
Training schedule will be Monday, Wednesday with the club. Then Fridays I have with the school. Then with the national team also, so it's very tiring.
All smiles from Raudha though. Just gotta get your reaction on that. How do you juggle? Because I understand that you have school, you have work, and you also have training.
Yeah.
That's like massive. So it just eludes me how you are able to manage all that.
Okay, so for me, I'm just going with the flow. Like literally day by day, I'll just go like, okay, today I have school, and then I have work to do too, and then I have training after, and then so I'll every
You're
single
a hustler.
week. Yeah.
And speaking of that, let's talk about yourself. You've played for the national team a couple of times. You got some caps as well. So, but lately you haven't been called up to our Lionesses. Is there a particular reason why? And are you hoping to get the call up from Coach Steven?
Yes, definitely. It's mostly because I have been focusing more on work and school, so I didn't really have time to go trainings. So yeah, that's the reason why.
Yeah, we've missed you in the Lionesses, so hopefully we get to see you, back, because our Lionesses do need that support. And I think we have been fair enough. We've been getting a lot of support for women's football. And speaking of that, Haziqah, how has the support been from your family? Because you mentioned as well your brother was the goalkeeper in the house. So it's like everyone, supporting you because you are the main character now, I would say.
With my parents, they are very supportive. As in, all the time, okay, I need to go training. So then sometimes, do you need me to fetch you?
Oh, wow.
So it's like, I feel the support from them. Even my brothers will give me encouragements, motivations. Yeah, it's very fun to have this kind of support from them. Yeah.
Yeah, and for yourself, Raudha, do you also have the same support from your friends, perhaps also?
Yes, my friends are all very supportive, definitely, and my parents too. Like my mom will always come down to watch my matches, and she will, every single training she will try to fetch me from training because we always end late,
Yes. And it is quite a sacrifice because you guys are playing weekends and then again with your schedule. But I want to go back to Tanjong Pagar, for yourself, because they have a very strong men's team, and I always talk about, I like to compare because I want to know the difference for yourself as well. What have you learned being in a club like Tanjong Pagar?
It's like we have to be more professional.
Okay.
Then as I'm quite young, and then my seniors are older than me, so I still have to learn a lot from them, then respect them, be nice to them, and learn some things from them. Yeah.
Like, for example, what kind of things? Like
how do Nuria, example, she lead the team. As me, a keeper, I need to command my defense. So I do learn a bit from her.
And Nuria was on the show as well, so shout out to Nuria. And she has, I would say, dropped some pearls of wisdom as an older player. But I think for yourself, speaking of other players in the WPL, maybe Raudha, I'll go to you. Which player has impressed you so far? You've played against.
Wow, okay, that's so many players. I mean, every single players have their own unique ways in playing in the team. So I think mostly, I think Angie Pang for me, my teammate. She's a really solid defender. Yeah. Definitely.
And speaking of Angie and all your teammates, I want to know as well at Tiong Bahru, are you enjoying yourself and what's special about the club for you? Because in previous editions we had some guests as well from the show, and we always talk about Tiong Bahru being very, I would say, inclusive towards grassroots. But for yourself, do you feel that what's special about the club?
What's special about the club? Oh, definitely the team. Yeah,
okay.
It's like okay. It's very family oriented. Like
wow.
We are close and I mean, yeah, that's what's really special about the team. We are like a family.
A family, okay, and that's important, isn't it?
Yes,
definitely.
definitely.
And what are some of the, I would say, challenges you face? We spoke about school, we spoke about work as well, but within the club, do you face any personal challenges? Maybe.
Personal challenges.
And how do you overcome those?
I think time management.
Okay.
Because of all the scheduling that I have. How do I tackle those is...
Planning is important, isn't it?
Yes, definitely planning. Like especially like when the whole week you have trainings and you don't really spend time with your friends and families. Yeah, that's like, all those little things are important too.
Okay, that's nice to know. And maybe we'll talk a bit more about, I would say, the current league standings right now. I won't go so much into it, but Tanjong Pagar, clearly, I would say one of your biggest rivals are Lion City Sailors at the moment. Do you think there's a chance that you guys can win the WPL title?
It's not impossible, but yes, we can.
We can. We still have a chance to,
we can.
It is still possible, isn't it?
Yes.
Isn't even for you guys as well?
Yes. I think we still have a chance to be the champion in the league.
What are you guys doing to get towards your goal? Week in and week out, is it? I don't know. Do you feel like there's some improvements that you guys need to make week in and week out?
Of course, yes. We have a lot to train on. I mean, like training with the clubs. I still have extra training with the school. So I'll just make use of all the trainings I have and improve myself, and then ask feedback from coaches. Yeah.
And that's so important, isn't it? The feedback and I guess like always taking one game at a time, because we always have this saying in football, it's always about one game at a time, isn't it?
Yes, correct.
And Tiong Bahru as well, and maybe we'll talk about how many WPLs you've been in so far, and what's different for you this season compared to the previous ones.
So far I've only played three WPL so far, including this one. Because I recently, like 2 years or 3 years back, I just recently joined Tiong Bahru.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is like my third or fourth, I think.
Your third or fourth, and yourself?
This is my second. I think the first was in 2019, the double champs. Yeah, this is my second one. Yeah.
So how are you guys feeling about this season in particular? Because of course the support for women's football is a lot bigger now. With we have Deloitte on board, so many other brands as well. Does it feel like you guys are getting the support that you need as women footballers in Singapore?
Yes, definitely. I mean, previously we didn't have that much support or social
encouragement.
Yes, correct. Yeah, and this time round we have Deloitte to support us and all the supporters out there, and yeah, that's the difference. Like we need those support to help us grow the women's football.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's the same as with the live broadcast. It's something new.
Yeah.
Last time we definitely the finals then we have. So now if every game we have live, so it's like everyone can watch. It's even free admission. So that's a good thing now. It's
and definitely
better.
you guys need to get down to the games and support our girls, and also support the live broadcast. But speaking of live broadcast, guys, we always have the highlights week in and week out for you guys for the Women's Premier League. So let's have a look now at match week 7. And here are the results for match week 7. Let's have a look now at the updated standings. And of course, plenty of exciting action coming up for match week 8. Okay, Haziqah, do you have a favourite women's player that you look up to? You can also say men's, but you know, we love to know.
Women's?
Yeah.
I think it would be Wati. I mean, like, I've been seeing her play for quite long. So like, even though she's small size, but her voice commands everything. Yeah.
You know how Wati like trains, right? She said that she goes to the grocery store to So how do you guys have, okay, so there's this thing about goalkeepers, you guys are a little bit different from other outfield players. Is that true?
I mean, maybe for her. I don't know. Not for me.
Okay, I'm also talking about international players. Raudha, do you have any, that you look up to?
Yes, Mallory Pugh. She's a really solid right or forward player. Yeah.
And do you watch her games and then analyze how she plays?
Yes. I've watched a couple of like the US team when they play against other countries, and she always make a difference in the team. Like even if she's not in one of the starting lineup, she comes in, she do her magic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yourself as well, do you have a favorite international women's player?
I think would be Hope Solo, the
Okay,
keeper. Yeah,
yes.
I mean, the way she commands the team, I really like how she in charge of her lines, her defense line. It's very cool.
Yeah. Hope Solo is a very popular choice of our keepers. I think it's her tenacity. And what's it called? She's a bit of a rebel, so I think it's important, right, isn't it, to be a bit a rebel? I see Raudha getting excited there when I see rebel. What would you say your playing style is like? I mean, as a keeper as well.
I mean, you must be confident, must be loud, and not be scared to voice out and shout. Maybe not shout, as in command your defense line. And even though I'm quite young, but I don't take it offended when the teammates scold me for shouting at them. But this is game, After game, you're okay.
It's important not to keep, keep it not so personal. I would say keep it professional, right, Raudha, as well for yourself.
Yes, like I mean, it's normal for us to like argue in the field, and that's part of the game.
Football,
yeah.
And especially for women, I would say, because sometimes it can get quite emotional, when we come to football. And I'm not gonna, compare the gender so much, but how do you guys keep, things just, I would say, professional and to cool things down, especially if things are not going your way?
So I think for me it would be like maybe I just take 5 minutes, cool down, just reflect back my mistakes, then just move on and keep improving on it. Just don't think back on it. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I think just walking away. Just walk away, Don't let your emotion get to you.
That's a good tip from both of you, because we have a lot of young kids who want to, play maybe for the Lionesses one day or even play for the Women's Premier League. So do you have any tips? I know you're still young, but I'm sure a lot of girls who are watching this might be thinking, I also want to be a keeper one day. Do you have any tips for them?
You must start from somewhere. You don't think of it, but you don't do any actions.
Yeah.
So you must start from somewhere. Maybe just join an academy, grassroots teams, and then slowly progress from it. Yeah.
Yourself?
I have to agree with what Haziqah said. You have to start somewhere. Be it small, big, be it like you're old or young, you have to start somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, it's important as well, right? To always, I would say, keep improving, because I noticed both of you, you were talking about watching all the videos and analysis, and it's so important, right? Because every game is different and every opponent as well. Yes. Okay, guys, so before we go, I just want to get also a quick message that you guys can give to, the fans of the Women's Premier League out there, and also maybe a bit of encouragement for them to come down and see, or maybe we'll start with you first, Haziqah.
Alright, well, thank you so much for all that have been coming and watch our games at Yishun Stadium. Do still come for our game. We still have 4 more rounds of games, and we appreciate all your supports. Thank you.
Nice.
Right. Thank you to all the supporters. Please do come down to watch our match. It's a really, really interesting matches so far. So we have 1 more round, and I hope I'll see you guys there.
Fantastic stuff, Raudha as well as Haziqah. And of course, thank you so much for joining me today in the Deloitte Women's Premier League show. And of course, you can catch all the action here on the Facebook page as well as SG Women's Football site. I'm Shashin from Futbolita, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya!